Hey everyone, so I have Guy Tenenbaum back on the channel. The reason why I wanted to bring Guy back on the channel, as you guys go back through my videos, you'll see I have a lot of videos on cancer and metabolic therapy. This is a natural type of cancer treatment. It's no toxicity. There's no real cost to it for the most part. And we're seeing amazing outcomes with this. And I think that Guy's story is the most incredible story I've heard of in this space. And I've had a lot of incredible stories. But Guy went the completely natural route. He went the completely metabolic therapy route with certain supplements that they're actually studying right now with Dr. Berg. And he sent his stage 4 cancer, which is very advanced, into remission using these techniques. So I want to get you back on. We need to spread the word. We need to hit people over the head with this, how you starved your cancer. And I want to learn more about the details of this because we didn't get a chance to really do a deep dive on the details with your cancer story. So first off, can you tell us again, just sort of reiterate your story with us? What kind of cancer did you have? How advanced was it? And what was your prognosis?
Yes, I had stage 4 cancer, prostate, bones, lymph nodes, lungs, and for the oncologist, I was already dead. They told me 3 months, nothing, no treatment for me. Enjoy the rest of your life, was what they said. It was not an option for me. I started studying. I went to see the most possible people who knows what to do, Nobel Prize, professors, and I find that everything was already on Nature, on PubMed, all the solutions. Then I took this solution and I'm still here.
All right. Well, that's amazing. So that's a very short form version of the story, which I like. If you guys want to go to our other video, you could learn a little bit more as well. So let's get into treatment here, Guy. So you went completely natural, right?
Yes.
People
yes,
now. Yeah.
I discovered Yoshimori Osumi, 2016 Nobel Prize, who explained what is autophagy. Autophagy, when you fast, your body kill all your bad cells you have in your body and do new cells to replace them. Then I start a very long fast. We say fast or fasting? I don't know.
Well, either one. Fast. Yeah, you did a long fast. Yeah.
So I did 45 days fast. And after 20 days, total fast, only drink, of course, I wanted to stay in autophagy. So I ate very, very little. When I ate, it was less than 25 to 50 calories per day.
So what about, because, you know, there's a lot of people out there who can't do a 45-day water fast, right? Let's face it. Or can't do it, you know, sometimes they can't even do a couple of weeks water fast. I mean, sometimes they might have weight issues or whatever. What kind of food can they eat? Because obviously they can't eat carbohydrates. They don't want to eat sugar, no processed food. I've heard some people say that fat heals cancer. What can they eat? What do you recommend on that front?
To start autophagy, the minimum you have to fast is 3 days. Before 3 days, you will lose some weight, and that's it. Nothing will happen in your body seriously. If you want to kill cancer cells or all other metabolic disease, you have to fast minimum 72 hours.
What about for somebody like Fred? I mean, he was eating one ribeye steak and he was also doing some of the herbs and stuff like that too. Could that work? Or what, like if you're just having like a more of a high fat diet?
No, he was not in autophagy. He did also 21 days fast.
Yeah.
And after, because his microbiome was damaged, he cannot support fibers. And he has a colon cancer, so it's very difficult to go to the bathroom with colon cancer. So he had no choice. He ate grass-fed meat, but only grass-fed. And because of him, I study this type of food, because during all the time I did during 2 or 3 years, I almost don't eat meat, beef, because like everybody, I saw that on the publication on that red meat feed cancers. But I study and I see there are no evidence at all. I really don't know why some people say it. There are only one big company, Harvard Medical School, who continue to say that if you give what a cow want to eat, they will never eat this type of food.
Yeah, the
they
corn,
will eat
the corn,
grass,
and yeah,
corn, yes, corn, soja,
all the crap,
OMG, OGM,
GMO, yeah,
yes, GMO. They will never eat that.
yeah.
And when we gave them this, we eat the pesticides, we eat the antibiotics, we eat everything who are bad for our body and can give us cancer. So yes, some type of food, some types of meat are very bad for cancer people.
Yeah.
But if you eat what what the cow have to eat, and you eat this cow, you will not have problem, because this cow will have the ratio omega-6, omega-3, a lot more omega-3, like omega-6, like a fish.
But so it needs to be a mostly high-fat diet with moderate protein and a lot of cruciferous vegetables. Is that what you're saying?
You have two stages. The first one is fast, prolonged fasting. And after that, we can do intermediate fasting. So I ate once per day, one time a day, OMAD, 1 meal a day. But when you eat this, you can eat what you want. If you want to eat a lot, you eat a lot. Then if you eat avocado, olives, a lot of nuts, fat, you will not lose weight. Then it's when you don't eat correctly or don't eat enough, when you are not fasting, of course you will lose weight, but it's not the purpose of this. You have to say, my problems was I lost because I didn't eat enough proteins. I lost all my muscle. And now it's better. I do some gyms. I move, and I eat proteins.
Okay, so what kind of protein do you eat? Do you eat steak as
The-
well, like grass fed or?
Yes, but for me, the best one is the fish.
Fish, like salmon, sardines.
Salmon, sardine, but never farm raised,
Yeah.
only raw. I eat shrimp. I eat mussel, but only raw.
Okay, so we understand that metabolic therapy works on the glucose component, right? So you're saying is Scott part of the glutamine component? Because cancer,
No,
Dr.
nothing
Seafried,
to, no.
Talks about how cancer feeds
Yes,
off of glucose and glutamine.
Thomas Seyfried is completely right, saying that glucose and glutamine are nutrients for cancer. And when you cut the glucose, you have no more glucose. What is doing your cancer? It try to eat glutamine, and we have glutamine in each food, and more than that, we have glutamine in our muscle. It's protein. So your cancer will become to eat your muscle, and the most important muscle is our.
Mm-hmm.
Then if the cancer eats your heart, you're dead. So Professor Thomas Seyfried made the DON, to avoid the possibility for the cancer to eat glutamine. But I try to buy it, I try to use it, and I never find doctors who has the right, I don't know how to say that. I never had nobody to give me this done.
What about Dr. Seafried talks about how there's anti parasitic drugs that work in the same way Dawn does.
It's the next project we have with our team is to study this. We will try metendazole on cancer, on mice, to see what happens. Because I see that Thomas Seyfried believe on it, and but there are no research on this.
Just so yeah, the anti-parasitic drugs I was referring to are, I don't even know how you pronounce this, mebendazole and
yes,
mebendazole.
Yes.
And I could put that in the description.
You can buy this on Amazon for $7.
What about for preventing cancer? Is preventing cancer sort of, would you do the same sort of things? Would you take the same sort of things, like someone who hasn't had cancer yet, but they just want to, maybe they have cancer that runs in their family? Should they go on more of a high fat, low carb, low sugar, no processed foods, like all that stuff? Absolutely.
It's a lot easier to avoid cancer than to cure cancer. And to avoid, it's very easy. You give, I'll always say the same things. You give your body what your body need, and you don't give to the cancer what the cancer need. And what the cancer need, it's easy. It's all the shitty food.
All the sugar and cake. Sugar. It's hard. It's too bad it tastes so good. Are there other things that you do, Guy, in terms of, you mentioned getting out in the sun? Is there anything other sort of natural methods, not food related, not fasting, but just like, let's say exercise or, mindfulness, like doing meditation, like, do you incorporate that stuff in your life?
What I say is you have to go out of your cancer, because if you your brain is on the cancer, and if all the day you say, I will die because I have cancer, the doctor told me I will die, you're dead. So your mainstream has to be, no, I will not die. And for that, you have to think about something else. So I have a patient, I like photography. So I play with my cameras, with my lenses, and like this, I go out of the cancer. I don't want to think all day long about cancer. But for me, I change when I saw that I succeed to fight, and I won against cancer. So I say, I cannot keep that for me. I have to spread the word. I have to help people who are dying. And because it's not very complicated, it's not a very complicated disease. When you hear oncologists saying 200 different sort of cancer and this, we need to do that, please, it's completely, they are completely wrong. Don't give to the cancer what he needs. And that's it.
What do you think is, so a lot of people have come to you and they want to learn from you what you did. First off, I'm curious, how strict do people have to be? Like, can people, I know that there are people out there who say, I'm going to have one cheat day, or I'm going to allow myself to have some pizza one day. Is that completely just erase any sort of therapy that you're trying to do, or are people allowed to cheat here and there, or do you have to be very strict?
When you have cancer, you have to be very strict, because the cancer is waiting for food. And if you give, if you fast 1 week and after you eat a pizza, you lost 1 week, because the cancer, a pizza.
There can't be any cheating. There can't be like, I could have a little piece of cake here or whatever. No,
but
no cheating.
When you feel better, when the cancer is leaving your body, then you can cheat a little bit. But I say always, never give the cancer a routine. Mm-hmm. Because if you eat, for example, each Friday evening, you go out, you drink a beer, you eat pasta, the cancer will wait each Friday. It will grow less fast, but it will grow. Mm-hmm. And it will, I had people like this. We have more than 10 million views on my website, my French website. And sometimes I have people who said it doesn't work. And so I say, okay, what are you doing? He explained me. And he said, yes, but each Saturday I eat pasta and ice cream. Okay, that's it. It cannot work.
Yeah, I actually talked to somebody myself who, I don't want to get too personal, but he since passed away, and he had one cheat day a week as well. That was what he did. He said, I'm going to do metabolic therapy, but I'm going to have one day a week where I'm going to go out with my family and Unfortunately,
have
the cancer
plenty
doesn't
of people.
care. The cancer doesn't care if you're going out with your family or not, if it's your birthday. The cancer doesn't care. It's going to find any opportunity it can, right? And
The last people I had like this was a guy, a French guy. I explained him he has a very advanced cancer. And he told me, okay, I will start Monday. It was Friday. I will start Monday because Sunday it's my birthday, and we do a party with all the family. And I said, oh, it's a very good idea. Like this, it will be your last anniversary. You have to start right away.
yeah,
And that's the problem from everybody. They say, they think they can cheat, but we cannot cheat with cancer. The cancer is smart.
yeah. So people who are very strict, they listen to your protocol line by line. They follow everything in your protocol. Everything is strict. Are you seeing really good results with people? Or are people, what are the
You have
results
to
like?
read my the message people leave below my videos, and you will see tons of people saying, you saved my life, you saved my wife's life, you saved plenty.
Mhm. So that's amazing. So is
It's
there, yeah,
nothing amazing. What is amazing, it's that oncologist doesn't want to speak about that.
yeah. Well, I mean, in a way it is amazing, in a way it's not, because obviously, there's a lot of money behind the current cancer methods. Hospitals need to generate revenue. Pharmaceutical industries make a lot of money on this. So obviously their interests aren't on a therapy that doesn't really provide any revenue to them, right? That's very unfortunate. But so on the other side, you're going to have some people that are going to demonize you and say, you're a charlatan. This guy is just, trying to fool people. He's trying to make money off people somehow. What do you say to that?
I say, nobody never told me that, because I'm not a charlatan. I save my cancer for real. We can see on my chart, because I published my medical results in all my videos below. I ask no money from anybody. I never ask money, and only when I sell books, the money goes to the research, not for me. I did 2 non-profit. One is Florida non-profit called Survive from Cancer. And in France, it's Survivre au cancer. It's the same, it's the translation. And this one is what we called in France a Loi 1901, meaning a non-profit. Then I never get one. I never get one. I never get one. 1 cent.
Yeah. Yeah. And the amazing thing about that is that this is well researched, in the literature. I mean, there's been a lot of studies dating back, 100 years now, almost, from Otto Warburg, about how cancer feeds off of glucose. And they've since discovered, I believe it was Dr. Seyfried and a team of researchers at Johns Hopkins that discovered that it also feeds off of glutamine. And now we're seeing tremendous results with this discovery.
But not only Thomas Seyfried. Each people who understand what is cancer knows Otto Warburg, because this guy 100 years ago find what is the cause of cancer, and it was not genetic, it's metabolic. And since nobody 100 years after, only Thomas Seyfried and people like him, but we are so few. All the oncology is genetic. You can do nothing. Eat what you want, drink what you want, drink Coca-Cola. Your brain needs sugar, and they, in the same time, they try to save you with chemotherapy. They kill you with the Coca-Cola they gave you.
Right. It's toxic, right there. So they're feeding you the poison, and they're giving you poison to kill the cancer. One thing that really breaks my heart the most, and this is why I really want to get the message out there, is I've been to a lot of my wife is she's a pediatrician, and she works with a lot of kids. She's not an oncologist, but I've been to the hospital many times. I've seen the cancer wards with kids, and
yes,
it breaks my heart, and I like to get the message out there. Is when you see these 5-year-olds and stuff, what can we do to get that out?
Yes, you can give a message to your wife from me. There are a lot of people saying, no, it's metabolic, it's not, it's genetic, because when you have kids with the cancer, how you can explain they didn't eat sugar during 30 years? No, but the parents gave them the small Gerber food full of sugar, full of shit.
Vegetable oil.
They gave him milk, false milk, full of lactose, full of sugar, full of and after they are surprised when the kids get cancer. My little daughter had a boy, and 2 years old now. He never ate something bad. When I take picture from him, he's eating a cucumber. A lot of kids eating cucumber. No, okay. They will eat some sugar things.
We feed our kids the worst food, like goldfish and yes. all these like granola bars and candy and
yes. And after they are surprised, they get cancer.
Yeah.
They eat in 1 year more than all our grandfather ate during all his life, the sugar.
Mm-hmm. So the most important thing is that we give them a natural diet. We give them a diet that's, it could still, of course, include some carbohydrates, because we don't want to just give them fat, but
remove the carbohydrate, remove the cow milk, and it will be a lot better.
Okay, so lower carbohydrates a little bit and remove the cow milk and that. And same with all the vegetable oils that we load up our processed foods now with, right? There's, especially in children's foods, children's foods have so much vegetable oil. It's terrible. Sunflower oil and canola oil.
And when you smell it, it smells so bad. And we say to the kid, it's good. One spoon for mommy, 1 spoon for papi. We give them poison.
Halloween candy, and then Valentine's candy and birthday cake all the time. And it's really it's too bad. It's too bad that we're doing that to our kids, So I'd love to see that, and I'm hoping that we could discover some therapies that we could use, like metabolic therapy or something that we could use for kids as well, because obviously I don't think we could put them on a long fast, but
no, but if we remove already all the what I called, I know it's not nice to say this way, all the shitty food,
yeah,
it will be a lot better.
yeah, no, I 100% agree.
Why all the kids are fat today? They are obese. A lot more than 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Why? Because of the food.
Yeah. Where can we see the publications that are coming out from the research that you guys have done with Dr. Berg? Where can we find them on your website?
Below all my videos, I put my last videos, I put the 3 publication we did. And when we publish the last one on PubMed, MDPI, they call us and they ask us, your publication is too, how I can say, it's too difficult to understand, that we would like to do another one from us, and to simplify a little bit what you discovered. We say yes, and they publish another one on Encyclopedia. I have the link also below all my videos, and I will anyway send you these 3 publications. I think it's very difficult to understand, even the one made by Encyclopedia, but I was proud when they asked us this, because if a great journal, scientific journal, ask us to do a publication from our publication, it's because it's not too stupid, no?
Good point. Yeah. All right. Well, we really look forward to the results of these things that you've studied. And
I will tell
inhibitors.
you as soon as I have it. I will tell you.
Yeah. And we all have Fred in our thoughts. And I just want to say, Guy, that again, you do have the most, one of the most incredible stories I've heard. And I just want to say that I'm so thankful for you. And I see how hard you work to spread this message, and you are not profiting off of this at all. And, you're really working hard to get this out there. And, I just think that we should all be very grateful for you and the work that you do. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. During all my life, I never worked so much than after my cancer.
Yeah.
And for nothing, of course, only to help people.
Do you think that it's been a blessing in disguise, the fact that you got cancer? Do you think that, because look at what you've done with it. You've shared this information with so many people and saved so many people, that you have to see that as a huge silver lining to such a horrible thing that you had.
I'm so sorry, I didn't understand very well your question.
Well, it's kind of like, having gratitude for having gotten the cancer. Like, you're grateful for having the cancer because now you've been able to share that information and save so many people.
Yes, I'm not grateful to add the cancer. I'm grateful because I find a way to heal cancer, and this I want to share with the world, because I see and I know that almost 10 million people are dying from cancer each year.
And they don't need to. They don't need to, a lot of them.
No,
That's the
I
problem.
will not say we will save everybody, but I try each time they are famous people in France, they have cancer, they get cancer. I try to reach him and I try to explain what we are doing, but always the oncologists say, like you said before, oh, they are charlatans, they want to sell you something.
Mhm.
And we never ask for money. We want, and they finish, they all dead. The people we tried to help.
Yeah.
They are all dead today.
I know. I've tried reaching out to a lot of people myself, just friends and people who I know that have told me they have cancer and they don't want to hear it. They don't want to listen. I've sent the people pages of research, pages of studies, and your story and all these anecdotal stories that are piling up. There's so many people, and in fact, I shared like Maggie Jones's story. She has her new Cancer Revolution docu-series that has come out, and they don't want to hear it because they just listen to their doctor and they say, well, my doctor doesn't believe in it, and I'm going to do what the doctor says, and it breaks my heart. It's so hard because that this works for so many people. And even if they do chemo, this could help them do better with the chemo too, right?
Yes.
But they don't want to listen. They don't. It's like you can't get through to them. I don't know how to do it. I know we're not here to save the world, but it's really hard.
That's why I'm very grateful to you, to Eric Berg, to other people who spread my word, because I am a living proof that it works.
Yeah, and so many other people too.
Yes, but I'm only I don't know. I never find other people who had so advanced cancer, who are still alive 5 years after, free of cancer.
Yeah, they did it all naturally. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why Thomas Seyfried sent me almost 3, 4, 5 people per week asking for my help. And it's not even if we are not if we don't agree of everything, and I'm sure we are right both, because I'm not a biologist, but what I know, it's what I know, what works, and I'm sure Thomas will discover one day why it works, because he's a great biologist. He's one of the most famous in USA.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think the main thing then is that, this needs to be a grassroots movement among the people, because I don't think that the medical community is ever going to get on board with this, because it's just takes away from it's a money issue, and the revenue cannot be generated from it. So is there a way to overcome that? Or do you think that we just need to get the message out there among the people and keep showing these anecdotal stories of people like you that survive this as a way to counteract this system of radiation and chemo and all these toxic drugs? What do you think? What do you think about that?
It's what I try to do. I am in relation with all the big university to spread my word, to spread my protocol, to give for free, of course, all my protocol. And some hospital already tried, and some clinic will open all around the world with our protocol in Virgin Island, in British Virgin Island, probably in Costa Rica, but not in USA and not in France, not in where big pharma is a big chief.
Right, right. And you can't here. It'd probably be illegal to do that, right?
No,
So-
but one day I'm sure when we will do all the studies, because I want to continue to make studies, and when the studies are published, I'm sure that big university like Stanford, Harvard Medical School will read it. And I'm sure, because they are smart, a lot smarter than me, they will understand and they will follow, and they will find a lot of things we never find, and they will find it, and they will find a way to cure cancer. And if I can help a little bit, I'm happy.